Hey everybody, Drew here from Pella Cars. Honored to bring you guys another second generation Toyota Prius. This is a 2009 with 164,212 miles on it, and it comes all the way from Manchester, New Hampshire, which is quite a bit better for winters if you don't like snow and salt and gray skies. Quite a bit better than Rochester, so the body's totally rust-free, and underneath is a lot cleaner than like a Rochester or Buffalo car, which we will definitely cover in this video. So I want to walk you guys around the car and show you any flaws it has that wouldn't jump out at you in a picture. First and foremost, the bottom grills on these are extremely fragile, and it's very common that they've been like poked in and you know, and fixed, which this one has. It's again very fragile, as you see here. Like there's the crack right there actually, so that should last indefinitely like that as long as it doesn't keep getting hit. But there is that, and there's this ding right here, which is definitely worse on my screen than it is in person. I'm gonna try to give you a different angle. So no surprises when you get here. Little scratch right here, you know, little stuff like that stone chip there. On this side of the car, not much to report. There's some very light scratching along the side there, as you can see, which the thumbnail test, that won't buff out. It might lighten up, but it won't buff out because I can feel it with my nail. The tires on this car are really good tires. They're Toyos. They've got at least about a little bit more than half of their tread left. If you require new tires, you know, don't take this car out of the running. Oh, there's another chip right there too. Don't take this car out of the running, because we just reach out and we can talk about new tires. These are more than good enough for, you know, like the rest of this year and New York State inspection and all that jazz. So no need to replace unless that's what you require. And again, reach out, we can work through those details. There's a couple of dings along the back here. There's one here. These were probably done at home because there's, you know, 2 or 3 in the same spot there. So usually that's not the case. So that was probably the parking situation where the car lived. A little bit of a ding with that scratch there. On the back, all of these that come from sunnier areas, which is just about everywhere but Rochester. Love Rochester, just not for its sunshine or the lack thereof. This is a much different plastic. You can hear it than the bumper or this. This is like almost like an extruded like closed cell foam that's hard like plastic kind of, and it fades quite a bit more than the bumpers or this piece of plastic here. So just note that that is faded. A lot of people are painting this in this part here gloss black, and it kind of blends into the windows, and that's, I suppose, something we could do for you, but a lot of enthusiasts are doing that for themselves. Some scratches on the back bumper here. As promised, it's extremely clean underneath, much cleaner than a Rochester car. Again, being a 2009 with 164,000 miles on it, this is what you would have expected with maybe, I don't know, 80,000 miles on a 2016 or something like that. It's much, a 2009 with those miles should be, you know, fairly rusted out, you know, structurally by now. It's got, you know, they're known to rust there all along the wheel arches. It doesn't have any of that. If you look at like the rockers, you know, very clean car. In fact, they use almost exclusively sand, especially as you get close to the ocean in New Hampshire. Much less salt, much less need for any of it, because it's a sunnier, like this is a winter day here, it's 35 degrees, but the sun would melt, you know, anything on the, you know, on the road, right? So much less of a need for salt and grime and all that jazz in sunny New Hampshire. So a little scratch right here, also a little bit through that area, and then some more of those really small scratches on the side. Nothing really to report up on the roof. Oh, there is a little chip in the windshield right there. Not sure if you can see that, but that's my index finger. It's very small. And then there's a larger one here. So this is another one of those things that if that does not work for you, we could absolutely arrange, you know, we could work out a new windshield. Personally speaking, my own daily driver, which is also a Toyota, just not a Prius, unfortunately. You know, I've chosen to live with chips like that rather than go through the surgery of taking a windshield out and replacing it, which is a delicate process. But if it's something you require, certainly don't, you know, take the car out of the running. Reach out and we can work through that if you require. Inside, an extremely clean car. Not perfectly clean. Like there's this little mark here. I might be able to get out, but I might not. So just in case I can't, know that that's there. The driver's seat, carpet, extremely clean. The armrest, that one and that one, very, very clean. Dashboard is perfect. Nothing to speak of at all. The headliner is in beautiful shape as well. So coffee. When coffee is what's called a tannin stain, and it's known to, you get it out, and then when whatever you're working on dries, it kind of bleeds back up through. And this car has some of that. That's what that is. That's what that spot there and those spots there are. There's a good chance I can get them out, but there's a definite chance that I can't. So just want to show you guys in case they won't officially come out and stay out. In the back here, nice clean cargo area. Show you underneath the front of the car as well before we finish. But over here again, some discoloration here, which I would say maybe 65% confident a second pass will get out. But if it doesn't, again, I would want you to know it's there, so it's not a surprise. Super clean passenger seat. Again, a couple little spots. Very clean floor. The floor mats were very stained. It was all coffee stains, so unfortunately I didn't put them back in the car. I still have them, so if you want them, also reach out about that. Very, very clean. As you see, I'll get right up on a piece of it there. There's some surface rust. You know, any car that's been exposed to some winter will have that, but there's no like pitted or flaking or peeling or anything like that. Very, very clean car. So, again, it has 164,000, we're going to add to that, 164,212 miles. It is equipped with a backup camera, by the way. Show you that before we get going. So, we'll take it up to highway speeds. It drives like a new car. These are known to last, 500,000 miles is nothing on one of these cars, if it doesn't rust out, which is why we bring these in from all over the place to make sure that you don't get a rusty one and you actually have a shot at, getting to one of those crazy mileages. Just take care of it and it should get you there. So, like any Prius, here we'll get on it a little bit. Like any Prius, acceleration is seamless because you're feeling electric motors that are in this mode essentially powered by a gas motor. To oversimplify, like a generator directly powering an electric car. It's more complicated than that. But so that's 61 miles per hour, hands off the wheel, perfect. Well, there we go, perfectly straight. I'm gonna jam on the brakes really hard. Almost get myself car sick there. Perfect brakes as well. It doesn't pull under acceleration, it doesn't pull cruising, and it doesn't pull jamming on the brakes enough to trigger motion sickness. So, I'm Drew. I hope this video was helpful for you. If you want to purchase this car, you can reach out through the website to start that process, www.pellacars.com, or you can just call me, Drew. I'm at 585-771-0111. But we would love to meet you in person, have you test drive it, and do it that way. You could also set up that appointment through the website, pellacars.com, or just call me again. My name is Drew, and I'm at 585-771-0111. And hey, gotta throw it out there, if you enjoyed this video, if you're just watching it and you're not shopping for a car, or if you're too far away, whatever, we can ship, by the way. We just shipped a car all the way to Albuquerque, New Mexico yesterday. But if you're watching this video and you're just entertained, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. This channel is just for these video tours and walkarounds, and sometimes we get some pretty funky and unusual cars. So if you've been entertained, a like helps the internet know that. We're grateful for it, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Bye.